Hello there, it's your favorite Uncle Josh, and we are back with parts 3 through 5 for America Chavez Made in America. I'm doing this because she's coming. The live action version of her that's Mexican is coming. No shade to Mexicans once again, she's just not in the comics. She's not. But if this is what we want to do, if this is what they're feeling led to do by the spirit, then, by all means. But let's get into it, shall we? So we got America and her sister, which we find out that girl that kidnapped her is her sister, and they're having a conversation about their moms and where they're from. They think that Utopian Parallel is just some alternate dimension. Actually, it's right up the road. I was like, oh, I live in an alternate dimension. Baby girl, you live up the street with Lisa and them. You don't live out no road. So that was a hard pill to swallow. Then we're starting to do this jumping in the past thing, which I like stories like this, but let's not do this, shall we? Okay, this taking place 15 years ago, but then the two moms, who are both Puerto Rican, are both here doctors in research. They're both here trying to find a cure for a certain type of disease. And they have a rich billionaire who's going to help them. He says something along the lines of children with two X chromosomes. Girls. 15 years ago, that man would have said girls. I would appreciate that if we're going to write stories and say stuff like 15 years ago, we use 15 years ago language. I understand language has evolved and it has a change for today, but if we're going to write something in the past, he would have said girls. This is a rich white man. He would have said girls. Come on now, writers. Don't put yourselves in these characters. If you're writing for other groups and other races, you gotta stay with the times. I know you will feel offended and it'll hurt you. Then just don't write it. I know it's hard for people to understand, but you just don't have to write it. You could find somebody else to take that. But this rich white male of a billionaire would not say two children with two X chromosomes. He would have just said girls. Come on now, y'all. Let's tell the truth. Come on now. Let's leave our thoughts and the feelings out, because we're writing now. We're writing. And when we're writing for other people, we got to talk their language. We come to find out that rich billionaire actually has magic. And he uses it to create a fun world for the kids. It has like his own moon, his own stars, his own solar system. It's kind of dope. I like it. These two women want to save their daughters, Catalina and America. So they team up with him to help them and to help the people that have the Edges disease so, they don't die. That ends up giving them powers, which is what you see with America, with the multi-dimensional stuff that she can do. We switch to present day, and her and her sister are fighting. And her sister takes her to a room where she sees her mother's experiments, like what she did in the past. Her sister's actually trying to recreate them. Girl, I don't think your mothers want that, though. Something deep in my spirit says this is a no. But thank you for part 3. Stay tuned for part 4, which is coming up right now. And we are back with part 4. So, y'all, we start with this whole her and her sister fighting. So, America, she stomps her feet. And anytime America stomps that feet, that means she's trying to open up a portal to either down the street, up the way, or to another multiversal dimension. Which, if I was her, I'd be teaming up with all the Americas in the different multiverses. We would just be switching places. We would be going out. We would be having a girls trip. Like, I would really be hanging out with myself, y'all. I'm a dope person. So if I could do that, I would literally, I would literally be hanging out with my own self. I know, shoot. Call me weird if you want to. I enjoy me. We would be going out, movies, having fun, living our best lives. Going to go see us. It would be 10, 20 of us deep. We have a ball. So anyway, her and her sister are, I think, arguing. But then we do they're always arguing. But then we're doing a flashback back in the past where they realize that this billionaire is excessive and they need to leave. One of the mothers decides to blow up whatever that was, one second. Back out, there was something in my eye. I had to get that out in Jesus' name, and it is still there. Don't worry, I will get it. But anywho, so they're arguing. So she blows it up, and then she tries to get the kids out, and then the doctor comes and shoots her in front of the 10-year-old kids. Y'all, don't be shooting people in front of their kids. Don't do that. Like, why? Why would you think that's a socially acceptable behavior to be shooting people in front of their kids? It's not, so don't do it. So then they did it, and then the girls that they were able to get, they end up beating up all the people because they have powers and they can do that. America tries to take her sister and leave. She tries to open up a portal. She does. But then the man ends up taking her, snatching her sister up before she can go. And then she ends up, you know, in the water. And that's where she meets the It ends with her taking her brother. Yeah, y'all. This is part 4. Now let's get to part 5, shall we? So we're back with part 5, y'all. And this starts off with the fact that Catalina stole America's brother, Berto. And so we are doing a flashback with, once again, the story does that. So we're doing a flashback, and in this flashback, Catalina describes the torture that she went through with that rich of a billionaire white man trying to convince him that he was her dad and nothing ever happened, which she knew was true. I think she eventually killed him and all that stuff. But anyway, America's trying to tell her our moms died so this wouldn't happen. Our moms did not want this to happen. Now you're doing exactly what they didn't want to do. That guy had an influence on her. Yes, he did. So then Catalina takes America to like the place where their mom blew up. They had all the magic and all that stuff. She was able to redo some things because she's smart like her mother's. And she was able to get the thing back and working. And she wants America to use her multidimensional powers to bring their mothers back from where they come. America's like, girl, it don't work like that. It really don't. They end up getting in a fight because after America opened up a portal, because they're like, our moms are not coming back, they're dead. And those women in another dimension are not our moms. She's like, what? She ends up falling down into another dimension, never to be seen again. America then decides that she needs to calm her butt down. And she then goes, makes right with her family. And they end up loving her for it. And she ends up telling her girlfriend all about this. And of course, her best friend, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. And yeah, that's pretty much how the story ends. And we'll see not Kate, Lord help me. We'll see Miss America in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Like, comment, subscribe, share, come back.